Hey guys, I'm Andrea.
I'm Mark, and we will do Giyu Cosplay. Some friends proposed us to be part of a Demon Slayer cosplay group, so we agreed to do Giyu and Guillaume respectively.
To keep it simple, with the group we decided to buy the costume for each character. So we use the website Giyu Cosplay as the source of the costume. By the way, we rarely buy costume online for two major reasons. One, we love making costume from scratch because we learn a lot and that helps us develop up our skill. Two, we don't have the typical shape for online costume. I'm really skinny but too tall for small Asian size.
And obviously I'm too large and too tall even for 2XL Asian size. When we received the package, as expected, the costume didn't fit properly. So while we were doing some modification, we also decided to add a bit of our own personal touch to it.
This part will be about my costume. Seriously, the quality is really good, but some parts are really too big for me. So we will show you how we adjust the costume and how we add some interesting detail to it. I will start with a wig. It's a regular wig with a pony clip on the back. You will need to style it a bit. Personally, I prefer my styling with more volume, so time for the teasing. If you haven't seen our tutorial on how to add volume for a wig, just follow the link. Do you see the difference? For this hairstyle, you will need to do low spike. It's really simple with the heat teasing. Just play with the hair and when you get the good shape, flat some wave on the top. And set everything with some hairspray. Don't forget to try your wig often, just to be sure you like it. At the end, I just brushed the tips away because that was too perfect for the style I want to achieve. The vest is almost perfect. I need to add some snap between the buttons to keep it close when I move. The length of the sleeve are a little bit too short, but I can live with it. I always have a problem with the neck area. It's always too big. The closer system is really nice, but I really need to shorten the color. I simply sew the middle of the back. Nobody will see it under my wig. And now it's time to sew back the lining. Easy touch you can add to a boss costume. Change the button. I spray paint the color I want, add some oil paint, and voila, an interesting detail. The hardest part is the leg thing. The ones from Giyu are really too big for me, but they are smartly made. If they fit you, just add some shading to make the wrapping pop and it will be done. For me, I need to make them from scratch. So I will use cotton, stretch fabric and foam, and you will need some pressure button. Okay, I cut small square for the tips of the leg and long rectangle in foam. The other part, don't cut it. I try stuff and I totally fail it. The stretch part is totally optional. I try my long rectangle foam just to be sure they are in the right length. Also, don't forget to paint your foam in white if your fabric is not opaque enough. Next part, you can be creative. I use a long piece of fabric and fold it on top of the foam. I do it until the end and secure everything with a stitch. You can also use hot glue, but I had too many bad experiences in convention when I rely on hot glue. I sew all the square and let an opening on the side. I also showed the piece of foam to be only around my leg. I had a zipper, glue and sew. I try to always do that. It's more secure, mostly for a piece with tension and movement. That can seem messy, but it worked. You will need to clean it at the end. Time for the decoration. I had some pressure button everywhere. I will need to add stronger one because each time I made a leg armor, I forgot to give a little bit more space. The type of pressure button I use in the middle are visible in the other side, so I glue a top part to the other side to stay clean. You can also use button. E6000 are my best friend for that type of work. The Haori is really good, but I dislike the polyester lining, so I found some fabric. Dye it and use the previous lining as pattern. Last step, put everything back together. If you have not done a lot of sewing, it's really an easy way to practice. For the belt, it is really too big for me. What is fun with that type of belt is you can remove the notch and shorten it. For us, I had to make a new one for damage and I want to make a more accurate one. I used some fake leather and cotton from previous costume. Sew them together and also had a top stitch. After falling into the highest madness, yeah, it's a lot to do. Add the buckle at the end. I only missed some weathering who will be done right before the shoot. Now, time for the final result.
So that's it for the first part of this vlog tutorial. The second part will be more focusing on Guillaume and how we use the previous costume to make it.
If you want to see more tutorial and cosplay related video, don't forget to ring the bell, subscribe to this channel. All our social media are in the description if you want to see daily update and if you want to help us. So, see ya!